Hi, my beautiful grey maniacs. It's the Grey Man here again with another one of my daily blogs. How goes it out there in comic land? Hope everyone is well. Look at my slab from the other day that I got. Ooh, I got a slab the other day as a prize, which is appropriate. 9.8 white pages, appropriate to today's blog, because I am doing competition entry for GP Venom, aka Geeky Pete. He's got a contest. I'm not sure what milestone he's heading for. I can't remember now. 250 maybe, something like that. Can't remember how many he's got. 200. But go and sub him up anyway if you're not subbed to him. And he wants you to show 5 comic books that you would get slabbed. Now I'm not a slabber. That slab there is my first ever slab, possibly my last ever slab. Who knows? But yeah, let me show you some comic books that I'm not likely to get them slabbed. The only fault I have had a couple of thoughts of maybe getting some ones that are my more expensive ones, maybe getting them slabbed so sometime in the future when I've popped me clogs, my girlfriend can sell them and get more money from them if they're slabbed already. But yeah, we'll see. But anyway, so this next one I'm going to show you, this first one actually I'm going to show you, because that one's obviously one I've already got slabbed. This is one. Right, so this one it's in a picture frame, which is like a poor man's slabbing. It's not graded, but it's protected in a frame on display in my bedroom. Just happens to be a comic book. I loved it since I first got it actually, and as the character, when I saw that he was going to be on a season of Arrow, I was like, oh yeah, it's him. Cool, good stuff. And I already had the comic, and I saw it go 50p. Oh, 50p. So I actually picked up 2 copies, extra copies of it. One I sent eventually to Beard and Comics. Is it Beard and Comics? Something like that. Can't remember his name now. But yeah. One I sent to him was an AOK. But one I put in a frame. It's Wild Dog. You can pick this up for 50p. So why would I want to have it framed? Or even slabbed even. Like, I kind of don't really want to have it slabbed. But since I've got it on display in a frame, that's kind of like having it slabbed, isn't it? So if I thought enough of it to put it in a frame, then maybe I'd have it slabbed one day if it was really, really cheap. But it's not. And actually, the reason that I got it in a frame, to be honest, is because I was buying my birthday book of Iron Man for my birthday month, September '69, and I'm looking at them all on eBay, and there just happened to be one in a frame. It was like in a picture frame, like being sold as a decoration. I thought, well, they're actually selling that for cheaper than other people are selling the raw comic. So I thought, well, I might as well buy that one, plus get a picture frame that I can then use to put another comic in. And I happened to pick up this one for 50p. I just like that cover as well. I think it's a really cool cover. I think it's a really, good picture. It's really funny having his logo right across his face, but I don't know. I just like it. It's like the close up to the wild dog of it on his t-shirt, which I think is these college football teams or his college hockey team. That's because he's got a hockey mask. I'm assuming it's a hockey team, ice hockey team maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it must be ice hockey. I can't remember now if it was an ice hockey team. It may well have been, because he's got an ice hockey mask on as well. I don't really want to get anything slabbed. I just looked at some comics, and so I just thought, let's just choose some comics that I'm really fond of. This next one, I'd probably, if I was to get something slabbed, I'd probably get a better version of it, like go and see if I can find a nicer grade one, like a 7 or something like that. Nothing too expensive, or depending on what, I don't think it'd be super expensive anyway. I wouldn't get a 9.8, because even for this comic, which isn't, this probably, I don't know, probably 150 quid or so for a 9.8, maybe more. Who can say? This is a book from 68, I think. Maybe 67, I'm not too sure now, but it's basically the first issue of Dial H for Hero with Robbie Reed. I just like these covers. I think these covers are so beautiful. The way the different stuff going on, so much going on. Look, he's sitting there. These are the characters that he dials into. There's a close up of his hero dial. The logo. The only thing this one is missing actually is go-go checks. Maybe I choose one of the later ones that's got the go-go checks on it as well, because that's the icing on the cake. The go-go checks are the icing on the comic cake, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, something I definitely, let's just say this one because it's the first one. No, the most original character in comic history, Robbie Reed, the boy who can change into 1,000 superheroes, like Cometeer, like Giant Boy, like the Mole. All he has to do is dial H for Hero. Also, the Martian Manhunter. I love all the information on it as well. I'm ashamed that I'm not sad that I'm not older. I am what I am. But I just imagine if I'd seen these in the comic shop as a kid, and all the comics were like this. If I'd been like 10 years old when this one came out, instead of in the late 70s, I'd have been, I've been sitting there reading the covers for hours, just looking at the covers with all this quality information going on them. Yeah, right. So that's the book number 2. Book number 3. This is one of my favourite covers. Some quality characters that I like. And not more importantly, but the reason I actually ended up picking it up is because it's the first appearance of the Necronomicon, which is the book created by H.P. Lovecraft in his Cthulhu Mythos stories in the 20s, 100 years ago now. Also, it's the first appearance of Felix Faust, who is a very well-used character in the DC universe, and also has the Demons 3. I can't remember their names again now. Gaff. I remember 2 of them last time. I can't even remember one of them. Garth, I think. Raff, Gast, and Abnegazar, I think. Anyway, that's the Demons 3, and also it's got the Necronomicon on it. Also, it's got this awesome cover, yellow cover. It's got Felix Faust for the very first time in a DC comic with on his fingers have turned into the Justice League of America. Basically, it doesn't really happen in there. This is just the symbolic of his control over them, like they're on the palm of his hand, that kind of thing. Justice League of America, featuring the world's greatest superheroes in the fantastic fingers of Felix Faust. You can't beat a bit of alliteration as well. And he's looking at these superheroes on his fingers. Now that I have the entire Justice League at my fingertips, nothing can stop me from casting my evil spells over the earth. And of course he uses the Necronomicon to summon up the Demons 3. Gast, Raff and Abnegazar. That's what I'm going with. You can check it yourself if you like. Right, so that's 4. Is that 4? No, it's not 4. Sorry, I didn't have them in the right order. Right, so this next one, this one would be more expensive if it was in better nick. It's not in particularly good nick, but it's perfectly fine for me. I actually felt I got a good deal for this. I don't know how much this book is worth on its own, but I paid 3 big ones. Not the big ones, but biggish ones. 3 ton. I paid 3 ton. And I got this. I've got Avengers number 3. I've got Defenders number 1. I've got Tomb of Dracula. I think it's number 12, which is the origin of Blade. Not his first appearance, but it's got his origin in it, which is a good book. I've got what was it? There was Strange. No, Journey into Mystery. One of the early ones that Amazing Fantasy. What's it now? I can't remember now. One of the early ones. It's the 4th appearance of Doctor Strange, and it features Doctor Strange origin in it as well. And it's an early fight between Human Torch and Sandman. And I've got a couple of variants, loads of Virgin variant covers in there as well. I've got this book Rust or something, which is supposed to be the first appearance of Spawn, I think, in a advert. Is it Spawn or is it somebody? It's the first appearance of a character in an advert. I can't remember who it is now though. It could be Hellboy. No, I don't know. I think it's a disputed Spawn early appearance. I can't remember now. But anyway, so those other books, I could still sell those, and this one would almost pay for itself. In fact, a couple of comics from it, I actually sold to Simple Simon. A couple of comics from that batch. I can't remember what he paid for them now, but I think that's it's definitely lowered the price of what I've ended up paying to get this book, and I think I got a good deal anyway. So anyway, it's not in a particular nick. It's probably only a 1.5 or something. It's on its staples though. I think I remember it being on its staples. I can't remember now. I don't care anyway. It's the first appearance of Barbara Gordon as Batwoman. You can see the cover is not in a great condition whatsoever, but it's got its go-go check. She looks alright until I dropped her. She looks alright on there. Yeah, I mean, I could slab this one up. Because I can only imagine this getting more and more expensive as time goes on, you know? It's not going to go... well, I wouldn't have thought it. I don't know, I always wonder about things going down in price. I think to myself, well, once all the comic collectors have died and there's less comic collectors left, things aren't going to be worth as much, are they? Because not so many people are going to want to buy them. Yeah, it's on its staples, top and bottom. But yeah, it's got some water damage or something like that. I'll take it out of its thing so you can get a better look at it. Looks like a little bit of watery damage, or water staining rather, on the back. At the interior, and like the corners are... but the pages are a bit... yeah, but it's good. I'm quite happy with that, considering all the other bits and all the other stuff I got with it as well. So I was pleased to pick that one up. Put it away super carefully. I mean, I could get this slabbed, have it on display and buy myself a nice facsimile if I really wanted to. Right, and then finally, this I think is possibly my most... I don't know if this is my most expensive book. Or it's the one that I probably paid the most for myself. When I've got some comics that I probably picked up off the shelf, which are now worth some money now. I don't know, to be honest. Nothing super valuable. But this one I paid a fair bit for. Just show it off to you. This is the one I'd want to get slabbed because I'm scared to get it out of its container even, because I worry about diminishing its grade. I thought I got a good price for it, to be honest. I paid a fair bit, but it's in pretty good condition. I think it's in pretty good condition anyway. And I was looking at it online. It's a pence variant. It's a UK pence variant, which is rarer, of course. Not so many of these around. So this is obviously worth more than your piffling cents versions. It's got 10p written on the back in pencil that can be rubbed out easily. And yeah, everything looks in pretty good condition really. There's a tiny little bit of a turn, a little bit of a corner turn on the top right. One tick maybe on the cover. But I was looking at the price that I paid for it, comparing it to what people were selling it for. And I was thinking, I'm sure this is better condition than this price that he's giving me. And like after I bought it, they announced the TV show was supposed to be coming up and all that kind of thing. And I think it's gone up in price. Prices went up a few hundred like after I bought it. So I think it's paid for itself if I ever sell it, which I'm not planning on at the moment. But yeah, but I think it's probably, it might even have doubled in value. Who knows? Who knows if we get a Moon Knight show, maybe it'll quadruple in value. I could send my kids that I don't have through university that they'd probably be too thick to go to, even if they did exist, which they don't. So it's lucky then. I'll just keep it. Fuck their university. They could just not exist, and I'm going to keep that comic. Yeah. How do you like that? Non-existent children. Anyway, I'm off to abuse my non-existent children with a good kick up the pants. And make sure you sub up Geeky Pete. And yeah, I think I'm going to do a contest tomorrow. I'm going to do a double contest tomorrow. So, you know, I've said it now, so I have to do it. So tune in tomorrow to find out about this double contest of mine that I'm doing. Ooh, excitement. And yeah. Until next time, may all your news be good news. Go and sub up Geeky Pete. Go and sub up a GP Venom, who used to be called Geeky Pete, but now he's GP Venom, so go and sub him up now. Bye!